I see you either A, came back for more, or B, you're just clicking on this video for the first time and you're wondering why there's a bunny all up in your face. Well, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to draw the basic skeletal structure in this video. It's going to be a time. Okay kids, are you sitting comfortably? Then let's begin, because today's lesson is going to be one of the more tedious ones and harder to explain, but we're going to break it down into some simple steps and hopefully make it a little easier to understand. It can be a little daunting when you first start out. I'm going to be showing you how to draw the basic skeletal structure of a character, and I'm aware we're in 2021 and there's more than 2 genders, but please, for the sake of my sanity, I'm going to be referring to the 2 body types as male and female. Here we go. Let's hop into the video. First thing we're going to be doing is marking out the character's head and how tall the characters are going to be. I'm going to have a little size chart going on. Now, this is not something you have to do all the time, but for the sake of drawing 2 characters next to each other, it can be pretty helpful. So let's go ahead and draw our head shape from last time. If you want to learn how to draw a head and map the face of your characters, then I have already done a video on that, so please go check that out and I will walk you through the steps of drawing a head, so I don't really need to recover that in this video. So the average height of a male is considered to be 7 head sizes tall. Now this is your protagonist anime character. You know your pretty boy? They're usually like tall, and they're usually considered to be 7 head sizes tall. For the sake of this video, I'm going to make the male 7 head sizes tall and the female 6 head sizes tall, so you can see the comparison. I'm going to go ahead and draw just one head. Yes, I know what I just said. So draw that one head, and then I'm going to copy and paste that head 7 times. Now this is not necessary every time. For the sake of ease, I'm also going to be drawing these characters standing rigid like this. We can work on different kind of posing in later videos and how to move the skeletal structure around, but for now, let's just really focus on those basics. And so that you guys can see it easier, I'm going to have lines that go across. They're going to be slightly faded out, but they're going to go from the top of the head to the bottom of the head so that you can see the different head sizes and you can see where everything's going to land as I start to map out the rest of the body. And then I'm going to copy and paste another head for the female that I was going to draw, and I'm going to stick her on the 6 head sizes tall, because I said that she was going to be 6 head sizes tall and the male is going to be 7. And there you go, a mini size chart. So your male character is going to have more of a box-like body, and your female character is going to have a more curvy body. There's going to be more circles on there, because you know, we all know what kind of anime girls are out there. You gotta accentuate those curves. And the way to do that is to go for a more curvaceous skeletal structure, so you can map your detail layer more efficiently around those curves. So now you can see my characters have everything but arms. I'm just gonna go over some dimensions real quick with you. Okay, so to explain the arm, upper arm, lower arm, 2 different lines. So you go from your shoulder to your elbow, 1 line, elbow to your wrist, 2nd line, and you know, bend them. It's going to be the same distance from your shoulder to your elbow to your elbow to your wrist. And if you put your hands by your side, you're going to note that your fingers fall just past your hips. I'm aware that everyone's different, but most, unless you have like weirdly long arms, I don't know, but your fingertips are going to fall just past your hips. So draw some little circles for the hands, and that's going to be roughly where your hands are going to fall. And again, your legs, from your hips to your knee to your knee to your ankle. Same length, same thing as the arm. Okay, so I really hope that you guys are still following along with me. I said that this was going to be one of the more tedious lessons, but once you can master it, drawing becomes infinitely easier. So let's walk through our next step. We have a very nice couple of stick figures here. Let's go ahead and add some muscles to the arms and to the legs. So I showed you how to draw those 2 different lines, from your shoulder to your elbow to your elbow to your wrist. Now draw an oval from the shoulder to the elbow. Draw another oval from the elbow to the wrist. There you go. Top muscle, upper arm muscle, lower arm muscle. Depending on your body type, you want to draw big ovals or small ovals. Now do the same on the legs. Copy paste that idea. Now you have a head. You have the basic pose mapped out. All that's left to do is go ahead and add those little details of your character over the top of that. I'm going to go ahead and add the details to my characters in my example. I'm going to do more in-depth conversations on clothing and muscles and stuff in a future video. But for the sake of not making this video insanely long and insanely complicated, I'm going to cut off my lesson here and to show you guys how my characters look and leave the skeletal structure in there so you can get a basic idea on where clothing and muscles should fall. You're really just following your outline of those basic shapes and adding in your details. I'm sorry, I know that I was kind of more chill and more fun in my last video. I'm gonna try to bring that back for the next one, but this really was something that I had to really focus on explaining because it's been something that I've been trying to map out in my brain for a couple of days now, and I'm like, you know what, I kind of just have to jump in the deep end and go because there's no easy way to describe this. There's so much going on, but I hope that I was able to break it down into simple enough steps. Okay, one thing I'll add on the end here is if you want to draw a bigger body type, then you basically just increase the size of your torso and the size of your hips, and you draw bigger circles. And if you want to go for muscle that's tight, you'll go for more square shapes, and if you want to go for muscle that's more loose, you go for rounder shapes so you can get that like softer look to your characters. Thank God this video is over. I can relax now. I can edit this, know that it's done, and come back and just have a fun time with my next video. And everything from here should be easier to explain because I can just direct people to this video as I try to explain the more in-depth stuff. There are some other things I want to explain before I start getting into the more fun stuff and the more diverse stuff. There's plenty of basics to cover, but for now, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I'll try my best to answer them. And if someone happens to ask something that I didn't think about that I could make another video from to better explain, then I will gladly go ahead and do that. I actually would get asked to teach people how to draw a lot, and I would say no because I would sit there and try to teach them how to draw and they would just completely ignore everything I said. In school, I would always have kids, or not in general, I would just always have people asking me how to draw. And I'm like, okay, start with the head, draw a skeleton, and I look over and they're just drawing like something completely different. I'm like, why did you even ask me to teach you how to draw if you're not gonna listen? You need to, PTSD flashbacks. Okay, anyway. If you like the content, if you want to see more how to draw videos in the future, like, comment, subscribe, let me know any lessons that you might want to see and I will try to cover them. I also have a drawing manga series where I just kind of chill and talk about whatever, whilst there's a drawing going on in the background. It's kind of like a chill vibe where we can just like essentially just chill, draw, talk about whatever. It's a fun little series. I'm enjoying it. I would also like to take a minute to ask you to check out my comic series. It's called Tame. I've been working on it for at least 4 to 5 years now. Link is in the description. It's on Webtoon. That is the comic that I'm drawing in the drawing manga series, and I hope you guys will check that out. Really helped me out a lot. That would be awesome. I also have a Patreon that I have recently fixed up, so please check that out. Enough disclaimers. I am gonna let you guys go now if you haven't already. So thanks for watching, guys. I will be back with more of the fun in the next art lesson. It's gonna be less stressful. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.